Billy Clinton is on his way to Washington, and I, for one, couldn't be happier. Looks like you and Billy Bob and the senator are going to have to turn in your dancing shoes. My guess is that you guys just went to the bottom of the party list.
That's okay. I'm not very big on parties.
Well, that's not true, Dad. You had a real big party here not too long ago.
Oh, that was just an office get-together.
A woman in a swimming suit danced at our coffee table, and another woman had a baby.
Kids, such an imagination.
All right, listen, you guys. When Georgie Ann comes down, everybody be sure and tell her how nice she looks. And I can tell she's a little nervous because of this job interview.
I thought she worked at your office, Dad.
Well, Miss Lottie is really a magazine and newspaper writer, and she's trying to get back into that.
Oh, this is just great. I just love going to job interviews with no pantyhose.
Well, what are you talking about? I went out in the middle of the night to get you these.
But obviously you failed to read the chart. These are huge. I don't even know a woman this large. I mean, really, I could put these on from the feet up and the crotch would still cover my head. I could rob a bank in these suckers.
Excuse me, I'm sorry I'm not an expert on pie charts. Next time I'll take Ross Perot with me.
What's this, Pop?
Oh, just some... No, don't read that. I was going to tell you.
Pop, it's okay. I'm getting used to this kind of rejection. You know, once you declare bankruptcy, you can't get a credit card or anything else for that matter. See, this was just an experiment. I applied for the 3 Easy monthly installment plan just to see how low my credit rating had really fallen. And this is good because now I know that I can't even qualify to get the Vivian Lee commemorative plate.
Oh, I'm sorry, sweetheart. Really, I'm sorry. But we're going to get this all straightened out someday. Listen, I took ceramics in prison. You want a plate? Hell, I'll make you a whole platter.
What's this package slip for?
Well, that's a hammock your dad ordered for the patio.
Well, actually, the kids wanted it.
You said you were gonna lie and smoke cigars and read the racing for them when we swing you.
You kids, such imagination.
Well, as long as you're going to the post office, maybe you could pick up a dress they're holding for me.
What kind of dress?
Oh, it's just a gift from a designer friend of mine. You know, he's taking me to the Kuwaiti embassy party on Thursday. I feel like it'd be rude if I didn't wear it.
Wait a minute, you're going on like a date?
No, it's not like a date. He's like a friend. His name is Yuri Galib. He's a famous Kuwaiti designer, and he's gay. Is that all right with you?
Oh, sure, a guy from the Middle East who's gay. Right. And Saddam Hussein was just looking for beach property there.
Wish me luck.
Hey, listen, wait, take my car. I'm going to get the oil changed on yours.
Oh, thanks.
Could I see you in here for a minute? I want to discuss some office business.
Hey, knock 'em dead, Queenie. You're our girl.
Thanks, Pop.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, before you go, I want to give you something. That's for good luck.
What was that for?
That's for all the guys in America who won't get to do that to you themselves.
Thanks. I needed that.
So, you're a press secretary in Senator Strobe Smithers' office?
Well, I just took it as a temp job until I figured out exactly what it is I want to do.
And have you decided?
Yes. I want to get back into real journalism, preferably a magazine like yours.
Is it really as senile as they say?
Who?
Smithers.
Look, Mr. Sarnoff, I came here to talk about me, not the senator.
So, what is the best piece you did on the Middle East?
I think that would have to be my profile on the legacy of Sadat.
Yes, I read that. It's a little soft.
He was a great man. I don't take people down just for the hell of it.
Well, that's the difference between you and us, Miss Lottie. We do. Before I forget, a man came by, and he left these for you.
Thank you.
A friend of mine at the Post says that you started out writing questions for Jeopardy.
Oh, yeah, that was 15 years ago. I don't usually put that on my resume.
I don't blame you.
Not that I'm ashamed of it.
Come on, it was a game show.
I started the category Potent Potables.
He also says that you wrote for Rhoda.
Yeah, one episode, just before I got in the news.
Well, logical transition, isn't it? Writing for a sitcom.
Actually, it's a very tough format. I guess that's why Woody Allen and Neil Simon had so much trouble with it. You know, Mr. Jacobs, it's been my experience that news is not as lofty as the people who work in it like to think it is. I mean, really, it's just what happened. It's a whole lot harder to make it up.
Well, I wouldn't know. I don't watch television, sitcom or news.
Oh, that's a shame, because there's some really wonderful programs on. Of course, it's like reading books. You have to be smart enough to pick the good ones.
I don't think I know anyone who watches television.
Well, lucky for us, a lot of other people do, because so far that's toppled a wall and ended a war. What has your magazine done lately that's more serious than that?
I'm sorry, but I have a feeling this interview's over.
Congratulations. You finally got something right.
Look, I'm going to be honest with you, Georgianne.
Please, call me Miss Lottie.
I'm looking for a male writer. Of course, if you repeat that, I'll just deny it. You know, there's already 5 women to every man working in this town if you count secretaries and menials.
Hey, don't forget the hookers and women in sewing circles.
Women are everywhere.
Gee, I thought men were everywhere. Of course, I guess it's harder to see the women since apparently most of them are on their hands and knees.
See, that's exactly why I don't want to hire you. You still want to write about sexism and feminism. All that stuff's over.
Really? Can we tell the women in the Navy?
I'm looking for writers who are on the cutting edge. Quite frankly, you're not.
Fine. Could I just ask you one question? No kidding. Do your parents know that you're skipping school today?
You know what I feel really lousy about? She's out there busting her sweet, pretty little bottom trying to find another job, and I'm not rooting for her. I mean, sure, I went out and got her pantyhose, but there's a part of me that wants her to get a job and another part that wants her to stay right here.
Well, we all know which part that is. By the way, I wasn't going to say anything, but I saw Miss Starr's book that Dr. Ruth Colquist called to confirm her appointment with Georgianne this afternoon.
You're kidding. Georgianne's never been to a shrink in her life. There's something weird going on here.
Maybe she's having a nervous breakdown.
And what the hell is she doing telling her problems to Deandra's bisexual lover? I mean, is this the only therapist left in the world?
Maybe your ex-wife's girlfriend's about to steal your girlfriend.
You know, Billy, you really should volunteer more often for the suicide hotline. So, how'd it go?
I will never go for another job interview in this chauvinistic, mean-spirited, pompous-ass town. What I want to know is, where do these pubescent 25-year-old punk magazine editors get off interviewing me? I was covering hard news while they were still in grade school eating their Crayolas. I mean, we are talking about 10 or 11 little old baby Harvard boys who are writing to impress the other 10 or 11 little old baby Harvard boys at the New Yorker, the New Republic, and the Atlantic Monthly, who somehow think that they are on the cutting edge of American thought, when it's perfectly obvious to me that their parents are in Europe and their babysitter's dead. They have no facial hair, no life experience, and they walk around in this constipated haze of Ivy League smugness, intellectually diddling one another when they don't have a clue that on the big world stage they rank at the very most amongst life's extras. They're irrelevant, arrogant, snide, and cynical, and negative, and on top of everything else, they're short.
Yeah, but other than that, how did it go?
Well, I'm out of here. You kids have fun.
Hello? Yes, may I say who's calling? Just a second. What incredible timing. It's your old Middle East bureau chief boyfriend, Redmond was his name.
Redmond Walsh?
That's right, and he'd like to talk to you.
Well, I don't want to talk to him. He's a lying, cowardly, two-faced, philandering jackass.
You know, you really ought to work on your vocabulary. It's getting a little negative.
Hi, Redmond, it's Georgie. You're in town? Well, yeah, as a matter of fact, I am going to the Kuwaiti embassy party. Yuri's taking me. Yeah, I guess I am free afterwards. Well, yeah, we could have a late dinner at Chez Vous. Okay, well, see you at the party. Oh, by the way, don't wear that leather jacket with the bullet hole. You know I can't resist it. Okay, yeah, me too. Bye.
Well, I guess you told him.
Basically, I'm mad because my mother died when I was born. And I'm mad because my father was put in prison unjustly. And I'm mad because I lost my job and I had to declare bankruptcy trying to pay off his legal fees. And I'm mad because so many of my friends now act like they don't see me in restaurants. And I'm mad because I'm trying to quit smoking and I can't. And I'm mad because I hate whiners. And now I am one. And I'm mad because my narcissistic ex-boyfriend, who behaved abominably, had the gall to call me up and ask me for a date. And I'm mad because I'm going. And I'm mad because I failed to qualify for the Vivian Lee commemorative plate. Can I lie down on that thing?
No one ever has.
Well, do you mind if I do? It's kind of the way I've always imagined it.
Be my guest.
keep my skirt down. By the way, okay, I know you're bisexual. I guess I have to ask you, you're not attracted to me, are you?
Not in the least.
Well, you don't have to be rude about it. I guess you think I'm pretty screwed up, huh?
Get serious. You think I think you're screwed up and the guy who just left here can only have sex with people who work for Amtrak?
I guess I'm just having one of those...
Midlife crisis?
God, I hate all this trendy stuff. Self-help books, therapy. It's really just not me. I've never really belonged to that 30-something crowd. Although I guess this job situation is somewhat of a life crisis, and my biological clock is ticking.
Ticking? Get real. You've been riding that snooze button for quite a while.
Problem is, I've always had trouble being taken seriously because of my looks.
Oh, yeah, that's a real heartbreak. Far be it from me to sit in judgment before I walk a mile in those pumps.
You know, it's not just me. Everyone in this whole damn town is just petrified that they're not going to be considered a serious person. Hell, I haven't met a single person that isn't serious. I mean, this is life. We're just all trying to get scraps in our little piles. You know that guy who pushes the grocery cart around with all the soda cans in it? Could James Walcott of the New Yorker or Cokie Roberts of National Public Radio be any more serious than him? You know, I forgot to ask you, does it cost more for talking too long?
No, it costs more for being boring.
And so right in the middle of this worst, most apocalyptically disastrous time, I meet this Heartman person. Not my type at all, which up until this point has been a little bit unpredictable and dangerous. And the last thing I wanted to do was fall in love. I was living in this flea bag hotel and not even bothering to shave my legs, and he just picked me up and took me in and shaved them for me. I mean, he even buys me pantyhose and changes my oil.
Well, it doesn't get much better than that.
I have never met anyone so stable and so decent, so kind. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking this is just gratitude and not love, but you're wrong.
Actually, I was wondering what happened to the egg rolls.
Heartman fills my entire sexual dance card like no one has filled it before.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Kindness excites me.
Could be. That's kinky. So if you're so happy, why do you think it's necessary to see your old boyfriend?
I don't know. I just feel like it's unfinished business. I had to be real nice to him on the phone or he wouldn't show up. He hates confrontation, but I intend to confront him about the fact that he told me he was divorced and he wasn't, about all the lies he told, the people he hurt. I don't know. I just feel like I have to do it in the name of justice.
Come on. You're going because you have a dress that'll make his tongue hang out, right?
That too. So, what do you think? Got any words of wisdom?
Nah, I don't have any answers. Just life experience. Being bisexual, I've been with men and I've been with women. From what I can tell, they deserve each other.
Do you think we should go out there and help them put that hammock together?
No, they're having fun.
What time does the game start anyway?
I don't know, Billy. You've asked me that 16 times. Why don't you look in the TV guide?
All right, don't be so cranky. It's supposed to be Miller time. You know, like in the commercial when all those guys are palling around together after a hard day's work? Somehow it just doesn't seem quite the same when I come over here and you're ironing. Hey, you've pressed those pleats, you've steamed those collars, you haven't skipped on the spray starch. Now it's Miller time.
I'm sorry, but for me, drinking and ironing don't mix. I could miss a crease here.
You're right, I'm sorry. Friends don't let friends drink and iron. Hey, wait a minute, excuse me. She's going on a date with her old boyfriend tonight, and you're pressing her scarf?
That's right.
Why?
Because this scarf is bigger than the dress she's wearing.
Well, look, if it bothers you this much, why don't you just ask her not to go?
What, are you crazy? I can't do that. If we're going to have a decent relationship, I got to show her that I trust her.
Do you?
What, are you crazy? Actually, I trust her. I don't trust him.
Well, from what I've seen, Georgianne can take care of herself.
I may be in way over my head here. I mean, this is a girl who goes to the North Pole with fighter pilots to watch total eclipses of the sun. She goes scuba diving in the Bahamas to look for remnants from the Santa Maria. Meantime, I'm going to PTA and cleaning out the lint trap on my clothes dryer.
That's very important, you know. Those things can start a fire.
For some reason, I feel like I'm headed for the big car wreck of love tonight. No seatbelt, no airbag, no brakes.
And with Georgianne driving, you can probably add no car insurance. You know, I have to admit, after all those years watching girls hang off your car doors in college, I'm kind of enjoying this.
Screw off.
Hey, watch it. You want to step outside? Ironing boy?
Yeah.
Here, I ironed this scarf for you.
Excuse me, but I don't think you should be in here when I'm not fully clothed.
Don't get uppity with me. I'm also the guy that presses your birthday suit, remember?
Close the door.
That's new underwear, isn't it?
It's none of your business. What's this for?
It's cold out. I thought you could wear it with that dress.
No way, it doesn't even match that dress.
Oh, look, I know this is a free country and everything, but don't you have a dickie or a parka or something?
Don't be ridiculous. There's nothing wrong with this dress. It's a beautiful dress. Besides, if I don't wear it, Yuri will be insulted.
I gotta hand it to this guy. It's a great scam. I mean, sending microscopic clothes to women and then acting miffed if they don't show up in them. I wish I thought of that. Hey, honey, here's 2 Band-Aids and a doily. I'll pick you up at 8. Don't be late.
That's it. Get out.
I just can't believe you're just standing around up here in your underwear smoking a cigar.
I always smoke a cigar when I have a lot on my mind.
You think you can wear that dress and still be perceived as a serious writer?
I am a serious writer. We don't all have to look like Lillian Hellman. You know, the bottom line is, Heartman, I can dress as sexy as I want to, and I can say no to whomever I want to, whenever I want to, and if they have a problem with no, then I can take my black belt in karate and throw them out the window, which is the way you might be exiting any minute now.
Oh. You want to fight? I'll fight. I'm not scared of you. Come on. Come on. Come on.
All right.
Whoa, hey, watch it. Watch it. You're going to hurt my ironing arm.
Say nice dress and I'll stop.
Nice dress. You fight like a girl. A really big girl.
What is it you really want?
I want to be able to trust you.
You can.
I'm counting on it.
Kiss me.
I don't want to kiss you.
Oh, I like it when a guy says no. Because everybody knows when a guy says no, he really means yes.
I'll kiss you whenever I want, however I want, and providing you deserve it.
Is that all?
It's all when I say that's all. That's all.
This hammock doesn't look right.
That's because there's a part missing. That's what I get for ordering from the prison handicraft catalog. Looks like somebody ripped off a piece of our metal stand.
I wish we had a regular hammock.
Actually, this is even better than a regular hammock because your head stays up and you can keep an eye on everything. We don't want a hammock like everybody else's. It's important in life to be different.
This is sure different.
Just so you know, if you set a trap up in your backyard, it looks like you just got something.
Well, I'm off. I just came in to say goodnight.
Buffed and polished. Buffed and polished. This nail is done.
So the first thing I did when I got to town was call you. Second was to go see Lincoln, Washington, and Jefferson. All your old heroes.
I don't believe in heroes anymore. I've met too many.
I was afraid you wouldn't come tonight.
I was afraid I wouldn't either.
You know, I have never, ever seen you look so stunning. What? What are you staring at?
You look different.
Different? How?
Your nose is a little longer. I knew all that lying would catch up with you eventually.
I have missed your dumb sense of humor.
Oh, please, let's not get all sappy. Who's she?
Oh, to somebody who used to work under me.
I'll bet.
Do I detect a note of sarcasm?
Here's to old love affairs. May they rest in peace.
You know my divorce is finally final.
Funny how men forget to tell you that they're married, but they want you to be the first one to know they're divorced.
A lot of people still ask about you.
Yeah, what do they say?
Well, mostly they say they can't believe a woman with your big mouth could spend 4 years in the Middle East and not be executed.
Just lucky, I guess.
I want you to come back to the hotel. hotel and stay with me. I've never stopped loving you.
Look, Redmond, the reason I came here tonight is because I wanted to tell you off. But now I know what I really wanted was to see if I had any feelings left for you. And I'm so glad I did, because I don't. I'm not even mad at you anymore. I'm just sitting here missing someone else. So if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna get on home. I'm gonna help out with the ironing.
You know, someday you're going to regret having left this way.
You're right. There. No regrets. Hi.
Home so early?
I decided I didn't like what was on the menu. What are you doing?
Well, I was just trying out the new hammock, admiring our view of the kitchen when I realized how dirty the windows are.
Hartman, you've really messed up my life. I'm probably never going to fall in love with anyone ever again. I'm out of commission. I'm off the market. Finished, kaput. I hope you're happy.
Well, maybe we can find new and more interesting ways to compensate for that.
It really meant a lot to have you trust me.
I have to confess, I did call the restaurant once to see if you were still there and if your feet were on the floor.
Well, then I have to confess that I let him kiss me once on the cheek.
Well, hey, we can get that right off. Here, let me...